Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday edition of Thoroughbred Action. Beautiful day here at Gulfstream Park. We've got 11 races to bring you on the show tonight. Jason Blewett, by the way, so let's send it on up to the man upstairs, Pete Aiello, for more.
Thursday's card begins with Chamber of Commerce weather conditions for horse racing. It's cooled off a bit. It's a beautiful spring day. Temperatures in the low 70s, a sunny sky, a fast main track, and a firm turf. First of the day over that firm turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Put Jairo Hernandez on number 6, Star Miley, a field of 7. First race favorites included 2, Danessa Again, and 3, Take a Stroll. Racing at Gulfstream. Good start for Star Miley, a good start for Cashless Society. Moving out the rail, Murray's Girl is offensive-minded. Away in fourth is Take a Stroll. Then Danessa Again, followed by Freudy. And Linden Inn is the early trailer as they speed past the half-mile point. Up front, Murray's Girl and Miguel Vasquez lead now a length and a quarter. Star Miley is second. Into a pocket goes Danessa Again, third for Castellano. From fourth in Cashless Society. Then back to Take a Stroll and Freudy. And Linden Inn at the back. 21-3 for the opening quarter speed. There's less than 3 furlongs to go. Up front, Murray's Girl leads by a neck. Looking to get out from behind traffic is the favorite Danessa Again. She's into the 2-path, 3 wide, and Star Miley from the back and Linden Inn. And they're at the top of the stretch. On the outside, Danessa Again issues the challenge to Murray's Girl, and now Danessa Again strides to a clear advantage. Murray's Girl is back to second. Take a Stroll and Linden Inn on the far outside. In deep stretch, Danessa Again has the lead. Take a Stroll up into second. Danessa Again will win it. Take a Stroll second. Close for third. Linden Inn photos with Murray's Girl in 56-3. Favorites run 1-2 to kick off the Thursday program, with number 2, Danessa Again, coming away with the victory under Javier Castellano for trainer Alexis Delgado and the Gelfenstein Farm. Number 3, Take a Stroll second. Number 4, Linden Inn ran third. To the second race now, starter allowance optional claiming event at 1 mile over the main track. These are fillies and mares. Scratch number 2, Untrue. 6 to the gate. The favorites included 5, Battletail, and 7, Amaluna. And they're off. From the center, Moonshine Promise wins the break. Scatnap is right alongside, and Jose Ortiz is riding the big mare, Miss Contessa, from down toward the inside. Amaluna and Sydney's Candy taken back to the trailing positions as they run out of the chute. Moonshine Promise and Miss Contessa link up horns. They lead by a length and a quarter over Scatnap, who's reined back third. Battletail getting a good setup fourth. A gap of another 4 to Sydney's Candy and Amaluna. They move through the opening quarter mile in 23-4, and they race to the final 5 furlongs. And with the advantage, it's Moonshine Promise dogged by Miss Contessa along the rail. These two have now opened a 4-length margin on Scatnap and Battletail, and then it's a gap of another 6 to the 2 at the back, Sydney's Candy, ahead of Amaluna. They're paired off as they run to the far turn. They went through the opening half mile with Miss Contessa in front by a neck after a half mile in 46-4. Up on the outside, Moonshine Promise tries to rebid second, but these two have done each other no favors, and they've opened a door for Battletail to run on. On the inside in Scatnap, then comes Sydney's Candy and Amaluna with less than 5/16 to run. Castellano and Moonshine Promise have the lead. Battletail comes to call 3 wide. Miss Contessa boxing on at the rail from the back, and Amaluna getting around Scatnap, and Sydney's Candy finds her best ride and comes on next. They pass the quarter pole and turn in. On the outside, and Battletail sweeps up to take the lead. Amaluna swings wide for the drive. Miss Contessa still there. Back to fourth and Moonshine Promise. Final furlong with the lead now. Miss Contessa's back for more at Battletail. Over the top, and Amaluna continues to charge hard. Miss Contessa all hard along the rail. Miss Contessa has the lead. Amaluna and Miss Contessa. Miss Contessa. Miss Contessa earned every yard of that victory from Amaluna second and Battletail third. Heck of a good run from the winner, number 1, Miss Contessa, who took a licking and kept on ticking to get the victory under jockey Jose Ortiz for trainer Joe Catnies III and owner Dorothy Rafa. The daughter of First Dude, quite consistent. Second, number 7, Amaluna, ahead of the 5, Battletail, who ran third. 3 veteran campaigners run 1, 2, 3 to start the early pick 4.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
we're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for the third race of the day at 6 furlongs over the main track. Maidens of the special weight variety. Fillies and mares 4 and up with a field of 6. Favorites were 1, Fontanaza, and 3, Tizitude. And they're off. First-timer Tizitude made a mess of the break and is 2 lengths last. Good start for the rail horse Fontanaza, who's heading off for the early lead. Away in second is Swiss Alps out of their third, Love for Avi. Tizitude finds her feet toward the rail for Gaffleone and improves a spot now into third, working 3 in front of Bodes Well and Warm Summer Wind as they race to the half-mile point. Fontanaza leads the way a half a length. Tizitude at the rail is now second. Racing in third, Love for Avi. From fourth and Swiss Alps ahead of Warm Summer Wind, and the trailer is Bodes Well. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 23 and 3 for a casual opening quarter speed. It's Fontanaza in front by a half a length. Tizitude is second. Love for Avi third. Swiss Alps fourth. Warm Summer Wind is fifth. And the back marker is Bodes Well as they run to the top of the stretch. Fontanaza, she has her ears up with her neck bowed and traveling powerfully at the quarter-mile mark. She leads by 3.5. Tizitude is all in and not responding. Swiss Alps on the outside now takes over second from Warm Summer Wind, but this one's over. Fontanaza making short work of it in her debut on dirt. She wins easily. The margin's the only thing undecided at this point as Fontanaza kept the business by Castellano at 2-1. She's an easy winner. Second is Swiss Alps, and third is Warm Summer Wind ahead of Tizitude. Ran fourth. Number 1, Fontanaza is a good-looking daughter of Biandetti, and she wins with something in the tank under jockey Javier Castellano. Third starter winning one for owner Paul Papa Jr. and trainer Carlo Vaccarezza. Second, number 6, Swiss Alps, ahead of 4, Warm Summer Wind, who ran third. To the fourth race now at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. These are 3-year-olds. Field of 7, all eyes on number 1, Octopithius. They're in the gate. And they're off. For the inside, Octopithius away well enough. From the center, Salsa Cappuccino moving up with Over-Criticized also not far away. Far outside and McManaman taken in hand is KK's Revolver. The two at the back are Mr. GT and Clemson and Watson. They exit the chute with Alban Jimenez and Over-Criticized in front now by a length. McManaman and the blue blinkers on the outside toward the rail. Octopithius is right there, and Octopithius has to quicken up a bit to keep his rail position. Back to fourth is Salsa Cappuccino ahead of Mr. GT, then KK's Revolver, and Clemson and Watson. Opening quarter complete in 24 and 2 as they race to the half-mile point. Over-criticized on the outside, Octopithius on the inside. They're stride for stride. 3 ahead of Salsa Cappuccino with KK's Revolver moving sharply now into third. McManaman is back to fifth, then Mr. GT and Clemson and Watson. Opening half mile went in 47 and 2. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Octopithius being chirped along by Jose Ortiz to get a narrow lead. Over-criticized is right back at him, and they both look like they have to worry about KK's Revolver, who's 3 wide and chiming into it. Mr. GT and Heriberto Figueroa have horse. The favorites in all kinds of trouble as they come past the quarter pole. Octopithius drops anchor. 3/4, 114 flat, and Mr. GT at 9-1 strides to a clear advantage. KK's Revolver tries to go with him second. Late run from Clemson and Watson. Down the outside in Salsa Cappuccino. Final furlong, Mr. GT by 2. KK's Revolver takes another run at him on the outside. KK's Revolver trying to get to Mr. GT. Mr. GT, KK's Revolver, Mr. GT. Well, let it. Under Heriberto Figueroa by a half a length. From KK's Revolver second. Over-criticized was third in 141 and 3. Number 1, Octopithius had his starch taken out of him by the early duel that he was in. That allowed number 2, Mr. GT, to sweep by and spring the upset under apprentice jockey Heriberto Figueroa for trainer Alexis Cordero Lopez and owners Establo Huelche. Second, number 5, KK's Revolver. Third was the 3, Over-criticized. We move now to the 5th race of the day at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch to 2, Alcor. 6 to the gate. Favorites were 4, Nauset Beach, and 5, McFly. And they're off. From the center, McFly and Nauset Beach get the first calls. Moving out the rail, that's Hangry. Aces for John is taken in hand up on the outside 5th Avenue Flash, with Joshua's Comprise being asked to quicken to try to stay close. As they run out of the chute, Nauset Beach has an early tussle with 5th Avenue Flash. McFly's in the 2-path and races between horses. Joshua's Comprise is kept close. He's 4th and only about 2.5 lengths off the lead. The two at the back are Hangry and Aces for John. Less than 6 furlongs to run in the race, and the classy Nauset Beach throttles open to a 2-length lead. McFly second, 5th Avenue Flash is now third. At the inside and Hangry from 4th, Aces for John between horses, and Joshua's Comprise has lost a bit of ground. He's at the back of the field as they go to the half-mile point. The opening quarter went, and they swing to that par 4 turn past the half-mile mark with Nauset Beach on top. He leads a length and a quarter up on the outside. McFly on a sharp rebid from second, 4 clear of Gray. Aces for John third. Joshua's Comprise is next with 5th Avenue Flash and Hangry with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Up front, it's Nauset Beach in front by a half a length. McFly up on the outside second. These two have gone readily ahead of the others, led by Aces for John and Hangry. There's a 1/4 mile left to go. Big time battle up front. On the inside, Nauset Beach. On the outside, McFly. Nauset Beach now set down for the drive to try to repel the bid from McFly. 3 back to Hangry and Aces for John with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Nauset Beach digging in gamely. McFly now back a length and a quarter. Back to third and Hangry, then Aces for John, but Nauset Beach pulling out plenty, and it's the classy veteran Nauset Beach for Terry Pompey and Jose Bautista to win it by 2.5. McFly second, up for third was Hangry, and 4th, Aces for John. Favorites run 1-2 in today's 5th race is number 4, Nauset Beach. Just too classy for today's 5th race field. Gets a gate-to-wire score under Jose Bautista for trainer Terry Pompey and owner Patricia Generazio. Second 5, McFly. Third was the 1, Hangry. Time for commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the Rainbow Six sequence right after this.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Julie the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Start of today's Rainbow Six. Pool of just over $3 million. Maiden claimers on turf at 1 mile. Price tag here was $16,000. A field of 8 signed on. The favorites were 4, Julia's Pride, and 8, Safari Kitten. And they're off. Level beginning. Ledecky is away well from between horses. My Sweet Lorraine and Golden Rosie is marching forward. Taken in hand is Julia's Pride. She'll try to drop over to the rail. A bit wide through the first turn will be Safari Kitten with Filler Up. At the back of the group are Untruthful Sonnet and Quack Quack. Around the first turn they go. On the outside, Golden Rosie putting pressure on Ledecky, who has a narrow lead. Safari Kitten backs into a perfect spot third behind the speed, racing a length better than My Sweet Lorraine. Then comes Filler Up, followed by Julia's Pride and Untruthful Sonnet, and Quack Quack is last. 22 and 3 for the aggressive opening quarter speed. Down the backstretch they go. On the outside, it's Golden Rosie. On the inside, it's Ledecky. They're stride for stride. Racing in third is Safari Kitten. Up on the outside, it's Untruthful Sonnet with a 4-wide backstretch brush. Down at the inside goes My Sweet Lorraine ahead of Filler Up. Julia's Pride is in the 2-path for Jose Ortiz, trying to race on a bit over 3.5 lengths off the leader. And Quack Quack is last. They went 46 and 4 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Ledecky has a narrow lead, 3 wide. Untruthful Sonnet. Safari Kitten waiting for her cue to get going. She's 4th and getting ready to angle to the outside. Julia's Pride will try to follow the move. Then comes Filler Up, and up the inside goes My Sweet Lorraine as they run to the top of the stretch. Untruthful Sonnet comes after Ledecky now. Untruthful Sonnet takes a narrow lead. Ledecky and Safari Kitten on the grandstand side is now let loose, and Safari Kitten travels pretty well to take the lead now. Ledecky trying to stay on with Untruthful Sonnet. Julia's Pride did not go on, and deep stretch, it's Safari Kitten in from the Bayou to win it going away. Safari Kitten by 2.5. It's very close for second. Too close to call between Untruthful Sonnet and Ledecky. Then My Sweet Lorraine and Filler Up. New Orleans Invaders 6. Safari Kitten gets a perfect trip, and Tyler Gaffleone points the daughter of Kitten's Joy right to the wire. She kicks on to win it under jockey Tyler Gaffleone for Mike Maker and Ken and Sarah Ramsey, who of course bred the daughter of Kitten's Joy in Kentucky. 1 Ledecky fought on well to get second ahead of the 6 Untruthful Sonnet, who ran third. To the 7th race now, we stay on turf. We move to 1 mile. Starter allowance optional claiming horses with a field of 8. These are 3-year-old fillies, and this was a wide open betting race. And they're off. From the center, 4Ks begins nicely. She's a Great One has speed. Here's Close the Deal, sharply moving up toward the inside. Splitting rivals, and up to take over is Miss Sophia's Star as they pass the wire the first time. She's a Great One has an early tussle with Miss Sophia's Star, and they work 2 lengths ahead of Close the Deal, who's racing in third. 4Ks down at the inside, and Nikki's Cause in the 2-path, followed by Drinks on Me and Alert Kitten, and the early trailer is Keg Stand. Around the first turn they go. Miss Sophia's Star, a bit keen. She leads the way 3 parts of a length. She's a Great One, keeps the pressure on. Second, 2.5 lengths clear of Close the Deal. Third. In the 2-path, Nikki's Cause is the gray. Fourth, a length better than Alert Kitten. Then 4Ks at the rail. Drinks on Me tries to work between horses. And 2 to the trailer, Keg Stand. The opening quarter went in 23-3 as they race to the final half mile. Miss Sophia's Star leads by a neck. She's a Great One on the outside is second. Nikki's Cause is in stride with Close the Deal third and fourth. Drinks on Me in the yellow blinkers has moved through to be fifth ahead of Alert Kitten and 4Ks, and nothing yet from Keg Stand. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. Here's a move from Nikki's Cause, sharply moving up to challenge for the lead. Alert Kitten moved it with her, and she's now 3 wide and on the attack. Looking for room has Closed the Deal with Drinks on Me, and they line up as they turn for home. Nikki's Cause set down for the drive with a narrow lead. Miss Sophia's Star fights back second. Alert Kitten's bid is stalled. Drinks on Me is loose in closing ground, far outside in Keg Stand. Final 1/8 of a mile. Nikki's Cause needs the wire. On the outside, and Drinks on Me taking a shot, and it's a winning shot. Drinks on Me and Edgar Perez going away. Second, Nikki's Cause. Third was Close the Deal. Then Keg Stand and 4Ks in 1:37 flat. Nice performance today from the daughter of Stay Thirsty. Drinks on Me tells the field bottoms up as she crosses the wire with an easy victory in the end under Edgar Perez for Cheryl Weinball and owners Kenneth Fishbein and Andrew Knapsick. Seems like we're saying every day that the Weinball barn is having a solid winner, but it's true as they get another victory here today. To the 8th race now on the start of the late pick 4, a mile and a 16th over the main track. First finish line race. Veteran Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. Scratch the 1 Russian Greek, 8 to the gate. This was a wide open betting race. And they're off. From the outside, Powerline blasts away well. Down at the inside, Indian Scout wants to run with him in the early stages. He'll have to take back as Powerline has crossed and cleared already. He leads the way 1 length and a quarter. Indian Scout is second. Dizzy Gillespie is third. Following along fourth is Gadsby Tavern. Then from between horses, Royal Mile. Recalibrating parked on his outside. Down at the inside goes Salutation, who's racing second last. And the early trailer is El Ciclone. They roll into the backstretch now, chasing the speed of Relu Gutierrez and Powerline. They lead it by 2.5. Indian Scout is second. Dizzy Gillespie is third. These top 3 have gone 4 lengths ahead of Royal Mile with Recalibrating. Salutation parked at the rail. Gadsby Tavern 4 wide and 4 clear of El Ciclone. Opening quarter mile, 24 seconds flat. Not all that fast for Powerline. He leads the way by almost 2. Indian Scout second. Dizzy Gillespie remains third. It's still a gap of another 4 lengths back to an improving Salutation. He's to the inside of Royal Mile. Followed 3 wide by Recalibrating. That's all for Gadsby Tavern as El Ciclone gets underway as they round the far turn. Opening half mile was 47-3. They picked it up in the second quarter. Powerline has the lead. Indian Scout looms up alongside second. Dizzy Gillespie is third. These top 3 still have a good length head start on the rest of the field, led by Royal Mile and Recalibrating as they run past the quarter mile pole. Short stretch in use here, and on the outside, Indian Scout for a narrow lead. Dizzy Gillespie tries to run with them. Powerline is an all-in third, and they're at the top of the stretch. Indian Scout let go now by Miguel Vasquez and moving away. Indian Scout by 3, now by 4. Indian Scout will win this race easily. Tammy Levy and Miguel Vasquez hook up with Indian Scout. They won it by daylight, 6 or 7 in the end. It's going to be close for second. Give it to Dizzy Gillespie over Powerline. Even closer after that, involving Royal Mile and Recalibrating. Number 2, Indian Scout with an emphatic score in today's 8th race, running up that score inside the final 1/8 of a mile under Miguel Vasquez for trainer Tammy Levy and the IAB Stables. 3, Dizzy Gillespie gets up for second ahead of the 8 Powerline, who did all the heavy lifting and had to settle for third. To the 9th race now on the start of the late pick 3 on the main track at 7 furlongs. Claimers in for a $10,000 price tag. They've not won 2. Scratch scratch the 2, Rory, 7 to the post. Favorites were 1, Blinding, and 8, Mr. Sultana. And they're off. Good start for Blinding, a good start for Dreamin' of the Wild, and here's Sailor's Companion moving up on the far outside. Mr. Sultana is being sent along to try to get some position as Blinding is opened up under Nick Juarez. Blinding leads by 3.5. Sailor's Companion is second. Mr. Sultana is third. Dreamin' of the Wild, by his standards, is pretty close. He's racing in fourth in front of Kid's Kid. Then comes Moreno Mojo, and the trailer is Santiago. They run down the backstretch and go to the opening quarter mark in 23 and 4. At 4-5, all the late money on Blinding, who leads the way. Sailor's Companion second, Mr. Sultana third. A gap of another 4.5 lengths back to Kid's Kid and Moreno Mojo, followed by Dreamin' of the Wild and Santiago. Around the far turn they run, and up front the leader is Blinding. He's been sharp so far, leads by 2.5. Mr. Sultana appears to be defeated. He's working hard and losing ground. Second is Sailor's Companion. Whip ride for Hugo Sanchez, trying to spring the upset. Moreno Mojo is running on from fourth, 2 back to Kid's Kid, then Dreamin' of the Wild, and they're at the top of the stretch. They went 47 and 3 for the opening half mile. Blinding has the lead. He's had an awful easy time of it up front, and he turns first on a 3.5 length lead. The battle's on for second, and Sailor's Companion is going to try to hold off Kid's Kid and Moreno Mojo, but it's Blinding at 4-5. You can go collect. Blinding is an easy winner. Blinding and Nick Juarez gate to wire. They'll win it by at least 5. It's going to be a good battle for second that goes to Moreno Mojo ahead of third running Kid's Kid, and fourth was Sailor's Companion. Number 1, Blinding, responds to an easy lead as he gets the gate-to-wire score under jockey Nick Juarez, trainer Safi Joseph Jr., and John Finelli. Second 6, Moreno Mojo. Third was the 4, Kid's Kid. His Gulfstream Park return got him third at 30-1. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the Thursday feature, Allowance Horses on Turf, right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 10 on the program. First half of the late daily double, an allowance optional claiming event on the turf. A field of 6, all eyes on number 3, Tipsy Kitten. And they're off. From the inside, Modern Tail and Tipsy Kitten both begin well. On the outside, Seuss in the white blinkers is marching forward. Far outside and Unbridled Holiday. No real pace on here as they head to the finish line the first time. It will be Seuss, a reluctant leader, in front by a neck. On the outside, Unbridled Holiday is second. Tucked in third is Modern Tail, and the 2-path Tipsy Kitten follows along fourth. Little Nick V is fifth, and the trailer is Convivial. Separated by about 4 as they round the first turn, with Seuss on top. He leads a length and a quarter. Now here's Tipsy Kitten getting very keen on the outside, and Tipsy Kitten rushing all the way up to challenge for the top here. Tyler Gaffleone didn't have much choice there. Back to third is Unbridled Holiday, then Modern Tail and Little Nick V, and the trailer is Convivial. Opening quarter mile, 23 and 3 as they race down the backstretch. The pace is definitely picked up. Tipsy Kitten responsible for that as he now leads a half a length. Toward the inside, Seuss is right back at him. Second, Unbridled Holiday likes the action up front, racing in third. Down at the rail, Convivial secures racing room with Modern Tail second last. And Little Nick V will be 4 wide at the back of the group as they swing to the far turn. Seuss is back for more and takes the lead again. Tipsy Kitten on the rebid second, Convivial, and there goes Little Nick V now. Little Nick V sweeping up in the red cap, 3 wide and on the attack as they run to the top of the stretch. Little Nick V with a big move to take the lead. Seuss is all in. Tipsy Kitten probably beat himself. Then to the outside and coming on, Convivial, widest of all, Unbridled Holiday with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Things changing again as Seuss is back for more. Little Nick V, Unbridled Holiday storming home on the stand side. Convivial looks for room in deep stretch. Little Nick V's in front again. A lot of lead changes, but the last lead change is Unbridled Holiday to the front. Unbridled Holiday 1.5 a length. Then Little Nick V and Seuss. Convivial ran fourth in 1:42 flat. Upset winner in today's 10th race, number 6, Unbridled Holiday, rallies down the center of the course to win a wild scramble under Jose Ortiz for trainer Pat Biancone and DP Racing. 4, Little Nick V was second. 5, Seuss ran third. 11th and final race of the day, sprinting on turf at 5 furlongs. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $20,000. Rider change on 5, Joy Waltz. Make it Luca Panici. The favorite was the 2, Category 2. And runners away. From the center, asked and answered begets the first call. Toast to Ghost has speed. The gray Category 2 is away in the top flight. Tyler's trying to rein him back to get into a tracking spot, and now he is. He's in 4th as Gemstorm takes 3rd. Visions of You on the far outside, followed by Copper Vessel and Tis a Factor. Then back to the team of Dominic, Devilish Man, and Loving Road Samar. That's a gap of 5 to Joy Waltz as they swing around the far turn. Asked and answered, and Irad Ortiz Jr. with the advantage. Gemstorm is 2nd. Toast to Ghost back to 3rd. 3 wide. Category 2 gets started, sending Visions of You 4 wide. Then it's a gap of 2 to Copper Vessel ahead of Dominic, who tries to run on in the blue, and they run to the top of the stretch. 21-1 for the opening quarter speed. Off the turn in the stretch drive. Asked and Answered has the lead by 2. In the center, Dominic rolling home, and down at the inside, Category 2. Dominic blasting by Asked and Answered. Copper Vessel with a late say, but today's the day for Dominic. Dominic in front. Copper Vessel was 2nd, close for 3rd. Asked and Answered photos with Visions of You. Then Category 2 and 56-3. Number 6, Dominic, definitely has his day today as he wins with something in the tank under Edgar Zayas. Son of Lewa de Sanimo finally breaks through for trainer Cam Gambalotti and owners Dominic DeBaldo, Michael Pearl, and Robert Fishman. 11 saw Copper Vessel as a super bomb was 2nd, ahead of the 7 Asked and Answered, who set the pace but had to settle for 3rd. Carryover in the Super High 5 going into Friday's card of more than $3,000. And the Rainbow 6 lives to fight another day. Jackpot pool now $2.6 million.
And that's it. Another Thursday card in the books. Just about the weekend at Gulfstream Park. Don't forget Friday's Beat the Expert. Take on the one and only Ron Nicoletti. And that'll do it from us here at the GP by the Sea. I'll see you next time.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.